Touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 24, Murray looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell, and the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
On first down, Murray. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Murray. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. That goes out wide to Murray. Touchdown! Latavius Murray. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Murray. He's got room at the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cardinals' 18-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Latavius Murray with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Broncos lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. They run behind center with Connor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Cardinals. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually, man, that thing's done.
Well, no, the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Washington now brings this out. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And now off to the races down the right side. He will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Moore, the man in motion. Murray now on first down. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Connor up the middle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz, 35 yards. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Prater for the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Washington now brings this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here we go with Williams. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
From the 27, Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Touchdown! Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 30 yards. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point good by Prater. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Washington now brings this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on second down, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Wilson will throw again. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. The kick by McManus is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get...
There he goes, left side. Rondale Moore. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No clock on the field.
Yeah, no flags. And it's a kickoff return to end the first half. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Prater for the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Washington now brings this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On 2nd down and 4. Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Here's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they'll look at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 84 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now they send a man in motion right. They'll run here with Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Broncos take over first down at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. Finding Williams on the check down. And out of bounds right around the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second down and 3. The slot man in motion right. Another run for Murray on second down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Murray will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They start with a give to Connor, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray rolling to his left. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. To throw is Murray. Again, he finds Moore. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. On second down, Connor looking for space. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Washington now brings this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Another run from Murray on second down. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 1st down, Murray. 81 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go with Murray again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. There's Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Throwing now is Wilson. Flushed it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. He'll look to throw. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Now Wilson. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Able to get this all the way out close to midfield, just what the doctor ordered on play one of this drive in crunch time. Murray to throw. Finding Ertz here on the out route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good.